Tuesday, November 1st, 2016. Bill Nye recap. Want to see what you can remember from last week Bill Nye video on cells. Please, I know it's the day after Halloween. I'm not going to sit there and fight the battle and pretend like you don't get any candy at all. But no wrappers, and you don't need to overindulge. Okay? You don't need to show off for your friends and see how much you can eat and all that sort of thing. Do it responsibly or you don't get it. And then because sports tryouts this week, any grade checks, make sure you get them to me. And here we go. Same no understand and do's. It's day 2 of the cells unit, focusing on what a cell is, how it achieves the requirements of life. And so our plan is to review the cell intro to make sure you understand what we're doing, because there's a number of independently paced things in this unit. In other words, we're not all going to do the same thing at the same time every single day. There are moments where we come together and do some things together, and then you go out on your own and choose which pieces of the unit you're going to do when. But we do, for the initial activities, we're going to do cell as a factory model, and then possibly get into cell as a city, depending on how quickly you accomplish the cell as a factory. And that's where we're going to spend our day. All right. Wednesday, November 2nd. Save some of that candy. We are going to build edible cell models on Friday. So you're going to do cell as a city and cell as a factory, and then see if you can apply that to make your own edible cells. So get out your factory worksheet, and if there's any more grade checks, make sure you get them to me. We'll go over the cell as a factory worksheet. Same no understand and do's for the unit. We'll watch an intro to cells, Gregorio production cells video to let you see the different types of cells. It seems like every time we present a picture of a cell to you, it's, an animal cell's round and a plant cell is kind of rectangular. Well, we want you to understand that those are just models, and that cells really come in all different shapes and sizes. Then we'll watch Brain Pop. They always do a great job of simplifying the concept down, and we'll do the Brain Pop cells video. And then we continue our work on our unit, which is number 8 on Classroom. Recommended path is do the factory first, which we did already. City, work on cell as a city. It's going to help you build your cell model. Keep going back to the Quizlet sets with the terminology, especially right now, the cell organelles. And then there's the digital cell models there. Some of them are in game format and some of them are just interactives, but you need to be manipulating those to get familiar with the cell and their parts. All right, Thursday, November 3rd. Show your table mates how cool your cell city is. Just a way to share out what you're doing, see what your creations look like, give people some creative ideas, and then talk about what you can bring for your edible cell tomorrow. Same no understand and do's for the unit. We're going to do a blind Kahoot. It'll take us about 15 or 20 minutes. This way you'll be exposed to the different types of questions you're needing to know in this unit. And then we'll watch the Amoeba Sisters tour of the cell, one more trip around the cell and the cell organelles, which is, again, the purpose of what these 3 models that we're doing are all about. Continue your work in the cell unit, especially preparing for tomorrow's edible cell models. You need to be ready to go. All right, Friday, November 4th. Get your cell models out and get all your materials out. We're going to make edible cells today. Make sure somebody in your group can take a photo, whether it's with your Chromebook or your phone or a tablet. And then if you have any allergies, now's the time to remind yourself of that. Don't eat anything, touch anything that you might be allergic to. We have all sorts of safety stuff. We have disinfectant wipes to clean off the tables. We've got aluminum foil and wrapping paper or saran wrap to work on. We've got gloves, nitrile-free latex or latex-free nitrile gloves if you don't want to touch anything. Otherwise, you can just observe. Same no understand and do's. But here's what we're going to do. Today, you need to make sure you do steps A and B there on the screen, that you get your cell model built and you get a photo taken of your model, because there's no more model building after today. And then, depending on time allows, and then again on Monday, you're going to upload that photo to Google Drive to create a drawing that's eventually going to go into a slideshow for the class. And so you need to get to work short on time, get those models built and pictures taken. Monday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. Conference week's over. We're back to full schedule. So hang in there. Try not to fall asleep in the afternoon. Rejoin Quizlet. I had to remove the class and restart it. I had too many kids in from last year I forgot to remove, and it just got confusing. So you got another rejoin link. As for our know, understand, and do's, we're going to start cell unit, and it is related to our definition of life, since one of the criteria for life is things are made of cells. So I left those know, understand, and do's from the last unit up there. We're going to extend them by knowing what a cell is, how a cell achieves the requirements for life, and then begin with Quizlet. I want you to take a look at some of the terms that you need to know for the unit, study those for a little bit. Then we've got new seats for you, and kind of a little creative way to choose seats. And then your new group's going to work together to create a definition of life, so we give you 5 minutes or so to do that. And then from there, that's a launch into the question, can we create life? If you have a definition of life, and we are able as humans to take something that couldn't do it and get it to do all those things, have we created life? And there's a great Nova Science video there on the Moodle talking about creating life, and we ask those tough questions. And then the last 10 minutes, we'll introduce the cells unit and ask ourselves what are cells, and kind of go over some of the cell activities. And that was Monday.